Hey, this is my HI. Joey Pigza swallowed the key. I'm gonna tell you more about this story in the introduction, but without further ado. At school they say I'm wired mad, wired sad, or wired glad, depending on my mood and what teacher has ended up with me. There's no doubt about it. I'm wired. This year was no different. At first, when I started out there, all the days looked about the same. I'd follow along in class and pay attention. I'd be fine until lunchtime when my meds were worn off, and then it was nothing but trouble for me. One day we were doing math drills in class, and every time Miss Maxie asked a question like, "What's 9 times 9?" I'd raise my hand because I'm really quick at math. And even though I knew the answers, anytime she'd call on me, I'd just blurt out, "Can I get back to you on that?" And then I nearly fall out of my chair from laughing. She'd give me that white-lipped look, which meant, "Settle down." But I didn't. I kept raising my hand each time she asked a question, until finally there was no one else left in the room raising their hand, because they knew what was coming between me and Miss Maxie. "Okay, Joey." She'd stare hard at my face as if her eyes were long fingers that could grip me by the chin. I'd stare right back and hesitate for a second, as if I was planning to answer the question. And then, "Can I get back to you on that?" Finally, after a bunch of times of me doing this in a row, "Out in the hall." So I did, and I stood there for about a second. Till I remember the mini Super Ball in my pocket, starting to bounce it off the ceiling in the lockers. After Miss Steves from the next class over stuck her head out the door and yelled, "Hey, cut the racket!" like she was yelling at a stray cat, I remembered something I had wanted to try. See, I'd seen the Tasmanian Devil whirling around like a top on the TV. So I unbuckled my belt, gave myself a pull as if I was starting on. But that didn't get me spinning very fast. So I took off my high top end shoelaces and I tied them to my belt and then to my waist and gave myself a pull. It got me sort of spinning. After a while doing this, I started to get dizzy, bouncing off the lockers, so I stopped myself and I gave myself one more really good pull on the belt. And then, woo! Taz coming out! Wow! 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 And Miss Maxie heard the noise and came outside. She stopped me so fast that her hands clamped down right on my shoulders and my shoes went shooting up the hall. "You glue your feet to the floor for 5 whole minutes, or you can just spin yourself down to the principal's office. Now, what is your choice going to be? Can I get back to you on that?" Like Joey Pigza, I have ADHD, which means I have trouble focusing. I often forget about what I'm talking about mid-sentence. Man, do I have a strong craving for gummy bears right now. Should ask Mom if we can get some after. And again, vending machines require change, and Mom never has any change. Wait, is Mom even at this tournament? Is that the next tournament? Oh, shoot, sorry. Where was I? Right. ADHD is hard. Daily tasks become tomorrow tasks. And every object becomes a toy to fidget with. And every unimportant detail in life becomes essential. So join me with the story Joey Pigza Swallowed the Key by Jack Gantos. I was sitting at my desk after lunch one day, and Miss Maxie had her back turned to us and was writing a long list of words she had taken from The Great Gilly Hopkins, which was so good I actually listened to it for more than half a second. But now that I had heard it all, I was playing with the old house key I had on my neck. I love touching that old brass key with the smooth on top that looked like a tiny face. It's like touching something magic. I didn't know how it locked and unlocked doors. It just did. So, before long, I had the key up and down. I had it in my mouth. Miss Maxie must have saw me, but I never saw her. She came flying down with one hand. She grabbed the string and yanked it out of my mouth, and with the other hand, she took a pair of scissors and cut the string and put it in my t-shirt pocket. Keep your mind on your work. Okay. As soon as she left, I took the key back out of the pocket. Mom and I had a rule about the house key that once I was to get home, I was allowed to do anything I wanted, except take a bath, light the gas stove, make prank phone calls to strangers, and throw the ball at the walls because it dented them. But once I was in there, I was allowed to do anything I wanted. But, very important, I could not open the door for anyone. This was okay with me because, like I told the doctor, the kids in my neighborhood were pretty mean. One day I was walking home from school, and a kid named Ford jumped me. Him and all of his friends tied a leash around my neck and started to order me around like a stray dog. Roll over! Play dead! That scared me, so I yanked my neck off, and so it ripped the leash, but it made one of my nose holes bleed. But I got away, and now I don't open the door for no one. So I took out the key, and I stuck it into my mouth. I turned over so Seth Stephen and an extra could see it. Hey, give me if I swallow this. A buck! And he was good for his word too, because he didn't eat free breakfast nor free lunch. So I knew he had food money on him. This will be a quick buck, I thought, so plopped it in. And opened my mouth to show Seth. He was pretty amazed and gave me a buck. Then I went to go reach for my string, but I only felt my lips. And suddenly I remembered there was no string. Miss Maxie, I ate my key! Everyone spun around to see what was the matter. Miss Maxie's eyes had bugged out because she knew that she was the one who had cut the string. Oh my lord. She grabbed me and trotted me down to the nurse's office. Nurse Hollyfield listened calmly to Miss Maxie, who was anything but calm. She gave me a cup and a bottle and gave it to me to drink. Hit the cap. It'll make you throw up like a champ. I promise. She gave me a spoonful, and I gave her all of last year's food. She stirred through the vomit with a fork, but no key. She gave me a second spoonful, and I gave her all of today's food. But still no key. Should we call the doctor? Nay, at this point I say it's cut him open. Or let nature take its course. I vote for nature! The next day, nature took its course. I was sitting on the toilet, and all of a sudden I heard a splish clunk as the key hit the toilet bowl. I grabbed Mom's old rubber cleaning gloves, and I fished it out. The key was nasty. But it looked fine after I washed it off. That day when I went to school, I had my hands clamped around my head like I was the world wrestling champion of the universe. I pooped it! I pooped it out of the toilet! Did you keep it? What do you think? I'd throw it away? Same key. Wanna sniff? Do it, do it, do it, do it. I got so excited this time that I forgot to ask for money and... Gross! You swallowed a turd-flavored key! I slowly reached for the string and pulled it out slowly again, as if there was a drum roll. And then I started to bounce it up and down. Class started squealing. Miss Maxie came in from the other room. I knew it would have to be you. Now go to the nurse's office and bring me back that key. I'd have made $1 million if I could find a way to turn guys like you on and off like a light switch. You want to touch my key? Did you take your medicine today? Can I get back to you on that?